Hello, it's Candace from We Cottage, and I'm here today to show you different options that you could create a faux hobonichi in, or use a true hobonichi. Anyway, this journal is really trashed because in 2014 I started using this journal and I took it everywhere with me, so it's really beat up, and it is a Miquelrius journal from Barnes & Noble. The problem with it being, it was absolutely a perfect journal for me, except three-quarters through 2015, it broke down. And I think that's because I use watercolor so heavily, and that I end up saturating the spine with water, which eventually breaks down your pages. Anyway, if I have flip throughs on my YouTube channel, so if you go back and look through my videos, you can find flip throughs through pages of these. I love this journal. I know that everybody uses it, and I started it in 2014, and I do really love it. I just don't love how it breaks apart for me. I don't know if it's a problem for anyone else, but it was a problem for me. So I was trying to come up with an option for that breaking down, and actually what I did is I bought a red version of the same journal. Sometimes at Barnes & Noble they'll have the red one in. It didn't matter to me what color it was, but I wanted to get one and actually tear it apart, and I have kind of a demonstration on my YouTube channel on how to do that, or talks about how I did it. And you can also purchase this journal or other journals from the Miquelrius website, and they come in 100, 200, 300 pages in A5 or A6, and you could get them lined or gridded. This one is gridded. I did not know that you could purchase them with smaller pages in them until after I had made this journal. Anyway, so I will do a flip through on the actual pages of this journal later, but basically this is just three pages washing together, and then I washed the inside spine so it wouldn't fall apart. And you could do that with a larger book. I think your spine would eventually, you would have to take the cover off because the washi adds bulk, and I think you'd have to take the cover off and replace the cover, which you could do. I just had never done that with the other one. However, this I used for 2 months, last April and May, and then I quit journaling for until January of the next year. And when I decided to start journaling again, I decided that I wanted to try the Tomoe River paper, and I found this website, nanamipaper.com, and they have this is the current book I'm using. It's called the Standard, which means it's blank pages, but they're stitched, so I don't think I'm going to have the problem with getting water down in there and it falling apart. And it's also the Tomoe River paper, which I love. I love the fact that I can skip a day or two and not worry about it. Like, I can just date it myself however I want. And because it's a visual journal, it's not a planner, and I know the Hobonichi is a planner, and this is just a way of memory keeping. Anyway, I think that I prefer this over a dated page. I do love the thinness of the paper and how it turns all, you know, crinkly once you watercolor it. It has that nice little crinkle to it. I don't like the texture it creates, especially with watercolor pencils. Watercolor paints don't texture as much, or you can just embrace the texture and go for it. I think that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the year. But I will be doing a couple demo pages this month in this, so you can see how it works. And it's a great book, and it's $25. This book was $25. They have different sizes and different kinds. They have a 7 Seas Writer that's lined, that's an A5. They have a 7 Seas Cafe Note, which is 4x7, which could fit into a traveler's notebook. And they have a 7 Seas Crossfield, which is a gridded book with Tomoe River paper in it. Can't speak today. But those usually run about 26 and under. So, and then I decided that if I was going to talk about faux bonichis or faux hobonichis, that I better try a hobonichi myself. So from Jet Pens, I ordered this A6, the regular English version of hobonichi, and it's the calendar's in here, and I absolutely love the calendar. It just, you know, basically keeps track of the month for you. I am not loving this size for myself. I feel like I have to smush things in. So I am kind of disenchanted with it at the moment. Unfortunately, I have skipped pages because I just get a little frustrated. It would be, I think, best for a planner. I don't know. It's just, for right now, I've been frustrated with it. I love some things about it. I like having Sundays in red, so you know it's where you're at in the week. I'm just not sure it's the best visual journal. I think I like the better A5 as a visual journal. But if you love this size, there's another option for you. Instead of paying $33.50, you could always order directly from the Miquelrius website. And this is their small gridded red notebook. Has grid paper, just like the other Miquelrius notebooks. The hobonichi lays flat. Even at the end, it kind of doesn't lay as well, but it lays flat for the most part. This, you're going to have to struggle with laying it flat. So, but it has really great paper. It's almost exact same size. I think the reason it doesn't lay flat is because of the rounded edge. But if you look at it, it's the same. In the middle, it's the same size, but on this end, it's actually, I don't know, almost 1/4 of an inch shorter. So there's quite a curve to the pages. But it's a good, cheap option for an actual hobonichi. So there are my ideas for your faux hobonichi. This one has 480 pages in it, so it could last you a year and a half easily. So, thank you for watching and have a great day.